Hello, y'all. It's me, Zacchaeus. How you doing? I'm in my new apartment. I had a lot to do last Saturday. Today's Saturday. But last Saturday, I just moved in my new apartment. Had to clean the other apartment when I moved in because I had more than my apartment. And I was about to get in a legal situation. Not them against me. Me against them. So they had to cover their behind. That's why they had to. But they did a good job of putting me in the apartment. So I have to give them thanks. I'm going to talk about this Andrew. Is it Andrew Caldwell? Caldwell. If you know at the Cogent, cause I'm so used to seeing the word, the denomination, Church God of Christ, because I have relatives and ancestors, some ancestors of mine who was into that church. Actually, my agnostic grandfather actually was raised, who was from Louisiana, but his family was raised in Cogent Church, and he was agnostic. He didn't believe in that stuff as he got older on my dad's side. But I never heard of the word Cogent until recently, ever since this man came out, and I started to see they started whatever. What is Cogent? But now Cogent Church going, okay. Well, you remember last year, a gay man of African American descent, a little lighter, he is lighter than me, about the same age, or probably lighter than me, because I'm carrying him. He what's it called? He came out and said that he was no longer gay. That he said that he does not want nothing to do with homosexuality. He don't like men's. He sure was talking ghetto when he said that. He like women's. And he say not. Sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive. Okay, I meet people who are immigrants and folks who are ghetto, from the ghetto in the mindset and the actions. I say, who will talk, and sometimes I talk slang myself, but I wasn't raised that way. Okay, I'm growing up, during the time learning about my multiracial rules, not to go in detail about me. Okay, I was called Oreo. I speak English perfecto. Okay, and people will make fun of that. And then when I was learning Spanish, I start speaking slang. Okay, so that's why sometimes the so-called abundance will come out, but I wasn't raised that way. We weren't. So not to make fun of anybody who's immigrant, who's learning English, or someone from the hood that speak non-proper English, okay? But this dude sound like one of those people. One of those men. One of those people. I'm serious. I like men's, okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't like women's. I like women's, and just start running around the church acting a fool. I'm sorry. Now, I do, hold on. Okay, I do give him props for, and call me homophobic, but not trying to be sexually active with a man, because biologically, and he's not formed. I'm sorry, I've been called faggot all the time since I have a high voice and I don't act masculine, but I never had sex with a man and do not want to. And I'm not trying to preach or nothing. I'm not Cogent. I'm not a Protestant. I used to be one. I'm a Catholic Christian, and I was taught in both religions that having sex with the same sex was wrong. Okay, just like me bringing a girl in this house and me having sex with this woman, and I'm not even married to her. Okay, so even though that she and I have the proper genitalia to have sex, still, it's still morally and sinful, because morally wrong and sinful, trying to say, because she and I are not married. We didn't make no commitment to God that we be together to death do us part, blah blah, this and that at the altar. No, we didn't, and that's what I do believe in. I mean, I'm a Southern person. I don't go and have all them different doggone chicks. Now, I wouldn't mind dating without sex, dating a bunch of women, but I'm not gonna have sex with them. Okay, so I give this man props for having the ideology that thinking having sex with a man when you're a man is wrong. The same thing I would say if he was a female, if she was having sex with the same sex, I still disagree with it. Okay, that's not. I mean, the two women and two men don't have the same body to make babies. The whole purpose of marriage and sex is to make life on the earth. That's why baby mamas and baby daddies is wrong. Okay. So that's why a man will come out and have different women's. Okay, so we can get on now. Then he had different women, and Eden had different men either. Okay, so it was, you know what I'm saying? So y'all get that point. So I mean, one thing that kills me and it makes me laugh when a fornicator, person who does have sex out of marriage, who is straight, throws stones on homosexual people who have sex, who sexually active with the same sex. And they say they're going to hell, but they forget that fornicators are not accepted to the kingdom of heaven either. I mean, so St. Paul said that in Corinthians. He told the Corinthians that the church of Corinth that. Okay, so my question is to these people. So and then now, just he came out to be straight, and he wants women. Okay, he wants to change his whole lifestyle. Everybody's calling him gay because he acts feminine. But the reason I'm making this video because it's gonna spin to this situation. Portia ex-husband, Caldwell, whatever his name is, I don't know because I ain't watching Housewives since my cable been turned off. Okay, and her ex-husband had been circus special that he been cheating on her, something like that with men and women, whatever. He bisexual on deal, whatever, and Andrew Caldwell came on some talk from Shaw Stars on. This is my commentary to Lovey T's video, okay? Her and Philip from our show are in Washington. I watched their videos since they've been in Washington, D.C. I'll make a video about that too, about the Justice L.S. March as well. And I'm going to make a video. I'm doing this on my phone because since I didn't get a chance to pay AT&T and trying to pay his rent at the same time, which I did get paid the rent of this apartment, but I'm going back to work next week. Hopefully, my new manager from the department store I work will hopefully give me the hours I need. Since I went on me around dust, so I've been sick for I didn't even sick for every day, but I got sick on the job. I had to go to the hospital, and my doctor told the company I work for that I cannot work around dust like I did in this receiving department of the department store. So that's the reason why they had no money. And so right now I don't have no AT&T wireless, so right now I'm using my phone. So I have to go to stores and restaurants to use it, to do my schoolwork since I'm an online student, and hopefully talk to AT&T to let them know, hello, can you please give me back in there? It was not intentional not to pay you. Yes, I was trying to make things meet, trying to go back to work, trying to look for a job as well. People didn't call me for the other job. It's a whole different story, so it's not about this video. So let's go back to the story. Anyways, that's why I'm using this phone again. Okay. So, going back to this situation. So, Portia, her ex-husband, is rumored to have sex with the formerly gay guy. Okay? And I do see him as being messy. Okay? Let me explain this. Okay? Now, I'm going to go at different angles about the whole situation about DL people, okay? Because not just DL men, it's also DL women out there. There's also, and I'm getting tired that DL get thrown around to those of African American descent. And also folks who are white or Hispanic or other races who are DL. Trust me, I had to tell them to back off. Yes, okay? Because I never had sex with a dude and I ain't going to, okay? And I've seen those who are, seriously, who actually, seriously, just it'd be shocking to see who these people are. So this goes on. It's been going on for, and that's one thing about me being not macho. That I'm glad I'm not macho. Let me too extremely masculine, hyperlastic, whatever you want to say, is because that's a stereotype. And that's one thing I'm gonna bring this up because everybody's calling this man gay because he acts feminine. But the definition of the word homosexual means a person who's sexually attractive or engaged in sexual activity with the same sex. So, it does not say about masculine or feminine, because since y'all brought DL people, who DL men, a lot of DL men who are men them are masculine, they use a masculine stereotype to hide their bisexual or homosexual, if they are sexually active, okay, tendencies. And yeah, the public who's homophobic will think they're straight because they're masculine. But behind closed doors, they're not all that straight. They are having sex with each other. Okay? So, that's why, y'all. So, the one thing that in my opinion, it isn't nobody's business if they want to be in the closet or not. Okay? I don't think that's no one's business. But with the reason why that people are, knocking down men, or also, and I want that shocking. They're not knocking down women, and the next thing we see is women making out, blah blah, this and that, or have made out behind closed doors, and finally come out like K Michelle did. Okay, so yeah, I mentioned K. I do like K Michelle, but I was trying to find that out. Okay, so point is, okay, the point is that it's not about them being on DL that makes a bad thing. Okay, it's a sexual part where I do agree that it's wrong to sleep with the same sex, just like I disagree with sleeping with the opposite sex without out of marriage. Okay, but it's a cheating aspect that people need to look at that. Okay, that instead of them being single and going on with the same sex, opposite sex, and not being committed to the people. Okay. And also, I don't believe in contraceptions, but I feel like this, God forgive me, because I'm a kind of Christian who don't believe in contraceptions, but that's why I don't believe in having sex out of wedlock or same sex. But if you're gonna do this mess, why y'all not protecting yourselves? I don't get that point. It goes for both straight, gay, bi, gay, whatever. It just don't make no sense. That's why the AIDS are spreading. Well, I've noticed that there are a lot of and it's sad that that's what people don't give respect to those who are on DL. And people say, well, it's 2015 and they have the gay marriage thing, and why y'all, excuse me, if you live in the South, okay, and I remember I never had sex with a man and do not want to, but I get slandered as being homosexual, okay? And I mean, I live in predominantly, I don't live in no liberal area. I live in a predominantly African American descendant community with some few Hispanic people here, okay? And I said descendant community, we're not pure black, different shades, whatever. And I get along with females compared to my brothers. Get my point? Now, there's a few male friends I get along with, but there's not that many, okay? And which I don't care, because I'm not going to be friends with enemies anyway, But it's so funny, they always talking about black unity, and no, they don't have that black unity. And this also goes back to being when Ruskin, is his name Rustin or Ruskin? He was a civil rights leader. He happened to be a man of African American descent who was gay, and Martin King and him was friends. Okay, and he wanted to be part of the civil rights movement. And many of the ministers, even though Martin King was a minister, he was friends. He didn't have no judgment towards his man. Well, remember Adam Clayton Powell? Adam Clayton Powell looked like a white man, or a dark-haired white man. I want to pass for Hispanic, should I say. And he did pass for white to see what's going on the other side, not to deny his roots. He was mixed up, like all of us are, but he can pass for white in a way with dark straight hair, and with that black straight hair, he can, like I said today, people think he was Hispanic. They saw him. Back in the day, he can pass for a white dude, and he will find out what was going on behind closed doors and go back and tell, the NAACP, like Walter White did, who one of the founders of NAACP, who looked white, who was part black. Find out what's going on with KK, whatever, okay? Because they'll tell, because usually, if I was on that, I think Tyra Banks did this, and some other talk shows, you may become a different race. Well, if I am mixed with white, I don't look white though. But if I was to dress up and see what's going on, all the secrets and stuff, I know I'd be shocked to hear some secrets they say about us behind closed doors when we're not around. That's why that Adam Clayton Powell did that, okay? Because I remember reading about seeing it on PBS, which is Channel 8 down here in Houston. They talked about, when I was growing up in the 90s, they talked about Adam Clayton Powell doing it, okay? Well, Adam Clayton Powell was going to go against his faith, which is slander is a sin, okay? Was he a Baptist minister or Episcopal minister? I think he's Episcopal. Well, anyway, since Martin King was friends with Rustin, he was going to tell people that Martin King and Ruskin was having sex with each other, and they was on DL, this and that. They didn't use their terminology at the time, but you know what I'm saying. And Martin King and Ruskin had to stop being friends in the civil rights movement because they did not, because this man was going to go tell everybody and lie that Martin King here was having sex with Ruskin. And Ruskin was a good civil rights leader. I didn't care if he was gay or not. He fighting for my rights. I don't give a care. He fighting for rights for being a person of African American because I am mixed and Memphis are. But they had that one drop rule terminology going on as a law at the time. So I was seen as black. So therefore, yeah, I had to fight for my civil rights being part of the African American race. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why that I had no problem with Russ. I don't care what goes on behind closed doors, what he do, because at the end of the day, that's between him and the man above. Long as he ain't raping nobody and grabbing nobody and make him do that, that's between, I got nothing to say because it's between him and God, okay? He know what he doing right or wrong, okay? So, but at the same time, that's ever since then, and they was afraid that the civil rights movement was gonna be tainted by allowing gay people in it. That's the reason why they did not let Ruskin be part of the civil rights movement. During the Black Panther movement, I'm not with the black nationalist junk, but during that time, Black Panthers and other black nationalists did not want nothing to do with Ruskin either when he was fighting for civil rights. Even after the civil rights bill was passed in the 60s and 70s, they was debating. They did not want that man. I know they call him punk, sissy, faggot, blah, blah, this, all that other stuff. They call him all that type of names because his sexual orientation, okay? And so this has been going on for years. So, you know what I'm saying? The download, if you're a person of African American descent, I don't know about New York, but here in the South, a Hispanic African American descendant man, should I say, white male in a white conservative Protestant area, okay, and also Catholic, because you have some Catholic folks who are extremely homophobic. Trust me, I have, even within my own faith, and I never had sex with the same sex. I do not want to. I had to tell somebody to stop doing, stop bringing stuff up in my face that I don't want to hear, okay? Don't need to hear, okay? I know my morals. Stop thinking, So I had to tell somebody, for real. And it was one of the white Republican ones, okay? Because I was a Democrat, not pro-choice Democrat, but pro-life Democrat. And we would have debates at the Bible study in this Catholic bookstore. We were talking about apologetics. I'll never forget. And around by 9/11, it was a white dude, and the white dude was not from the South. He was from New York. He moved down here in the South because it's so conservative down here. And he was very homophobic. We were talking about, so he said that if two gay men, they walked in serious, because me and his priest was talking about this. He said, what they got to do with him, those two gay men ain't going to do nothing to him. But anyway, the white straight man, very macho, very hyper masculine white man from New York who was a Republican and also revert back to Catholicism. He was raised Catholic, and he went to Protestant religion, being persecuted and being falsely told about his religion, and then he found out from Catholic apologetics, like I have, and because I'm a convert myself, he reverted back. So when we was talking about this, he would bring up anti-gay stuff, and I said, dude, we know about, but y'all, in my head thinking, if you saw two gay men holding hands, he said he'll run. And I'm like, really? They not, unless they come on to you, I can understand you run. But they not doing nothing to you had to do. So that goes on here, exactly. He moved down the South because we're very old conservative. Trust me, I'm liberal, and man, you might think I'm not liberal because I don't believe same-sex sexual relationships. I just say I don't believe in straight sexual relationships outside of marriage. The only sex that I do agree with is between a man and woman who is married, okay? So, but point is, but I don't go and bar because I have friends who gay and lesbian, bisexual and stuff, and do I harass them about what they do behind closed doors? Once again, it's between them and Jesus. It got nothing to do with me. I have my own sins to worry about, okay? So, I'm not one of these progressive, controlling, manipulative, tyrant Theotrephes. If you don't know what Theotrephes is, Theotrephes was in the earth, the early church it still is Catholic, okay? Before Protestants came in and messed up. Try to say no offense to be anti-Protestant, but during the early church, St. John, his third letter, talk about the Theotrephes trying to be controlling, dominating, and he said, "Do not imitate this evil." Yeah, read your third chapter of the gospel, not the gospel, not the four gospels, but the letters that St. John wrote on his letter in 3 John. Okay. So in 9 and 10 talks about Theotrephes. Yeah, and Theotrephes was a mean ruler. He was one of the religious leaders in the church that was being controlled and dominated, and they had to kick him out. Okay, so I see there's a lot going on here in the South, especially in Protestant fundamentalism. They're controlling, manipulative, and stuff. So that's why I have that attitude towards. And I'm not saying all Protestants like that, but the conservative Protestant fundamentalists who are very active in their faith, not the ones who are lapsed. They're, it's like a Jew in a Nazi situation with me. You know how Jews don't like to be around Nazis? That's how I am with the Protestants. I have those in my family who are like that. I don't fool with them as well. So, going on with this, here in the South, they are very controlling. So you see a lot of DL men of all races here because they have families who would extremely judge them if they was to find out their secret. You see what I'm saying? But the one thing I don't like is that they'll go and take a wife in and cheat on her, because I don't condone cheating, whether it be heterosexually, homosexual, or bisexually, okay? I don't condone cheating at all, okay? If you're going to be with that person, then be real with that person. Like, for example, the guy that wanted to become a woman on the Dr. Phil show, okay? He has my name, Zach, okay? Well, this Zach ain't going to try to be no woman. But that Zach was trying to be a woman, okay? His name was Steph. His name was Steph. I guess it ain't going to be Stephanie. Well, his dad, well, actually, it was his uncle who was a military, and this was a military cop, the one who was trying to be a woman. Yeah, okay? Married and everything. And if I saw Dr. Phil clip, he wanted his wife to allow him to have sex with a man. I'm like, come on, man. This is sick. Come on, dude. So I feel sorry for his wife, and she still stick by him. Like, girl, leave that man, okay? A woman, should I say, since he want to be a woman. So, I felt sorry for the uncle, but the uncle should have been compassionate. I'm assuming that he's one of those men. I'm sure he's from the South, one of those mean-spirited dads from that old South, who was rude, cruel, and abusive towards their son because they never showed no compassion towards their son because they thought that showing compassion would turn him gay, sissy, blah, blah, this and that. That's exactly the mentality. I don't mean to be offensive in my language. That's the mentality people think down here. And so, but you see that it actually backfires while he was trying. Because all that macho stuff that you was trying to do to your nephew, actually son, should I say, well, not his biological son, but that was he raised him as his son. It turned against him, okay? And that's one thing that these people who have that extreme, narcissistic belief system and value system, they don't understand a lack of compassion, not being kind and merciful, whatever. If you call yourself a Christian, because that's part of being a Christian, should I say? Compassion, mercy, kind, mercy. Okay, come on. That mean spirit of the devil, okay? I mean, I know when I do it's not right, okay? So my question, they don't think that, and they had that ugly attitude and that backfires on them. They want to blame the person who's putting it on them, but they don't want to blame themselves. They kept asking, what did you do wrong? And I'm thinking that's what he did wrong. So that's what I'm saying, lack of respect. I'm not saying, I understand you see this person as a male, even though he wants to be a female, which is naturally he cannot be a female, but he's in the operation to look and even physically look on the inside as a female, okay? Like Bruce Jenner's trying to, okay? Caitlyn Jenner, okay? But I'm not going to go in that person and, harass them, call them, because even when I never forget, during the time when I was going to Bible study at the Catholic bookstore one time, I never forget, back in 2001, I think it was right before 9/11 or after 9/11. And there was a brother. Well, he was a male, but he was dressed as a female, and everybody knew he was a transgender. And we were riding the A2, because I picked up the A2 bus from the Galleria area, going through around Montrose in West Town, because I live on the east side of. So I was going through that same bus from the Galleria that goes to Montrose to downtown, and it was shocking that it was gay people, black descendant American folks was making fun of him too. So everybody was making fun of this man, this transgender person, and I was like, now I don't condone what he do, but y'all not that right. They don't give you right to be disrespectful, treating him less than a human. And so, and I said, can y'all please stop that? Can y'all please, that's wrong. Y'all don't want nobody to treat you that way. And he was a Hispanic dude. One, it was so funny. The Hispanic dude was in uniform as a security officer going to Montrose in a predominantly gay area. I didn't understand how that worked. So when the cuss, and then we talking about religion as well. When he came out, he said, "Shut the, God, forgive me. Shut the fuck up, you faggot. I said, dude, I ain't no faggot. We talking about never had sex with a dude. And I was trying to remember, I wasn't bipolar then. I was trying to be Christ-like as possible, not to cuss the dude out, okay? I had my Bible in my backpack, in my bag, and I was trying to hold that evil attitude, cause you know me, went off on that dude, and I didn't care how big he was, I didn't care how weapon he had for a security officer, I went off on him, okay? On the bus, the A2 bus here in Houston, okay? So that's why, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't understand how there was gay folks laughing at him too, and laughing at I didn't understand the whole thing, but you know, that was completely wrong. I mean, I understand that, you know, he didn't change his gender, but y'all still be respectful. Stop. It don't give y'all the license to be disrespectful and rude and evil, okay? So that's what I see about this person here, about this Andrew Caldwell. Y'all let the man be straight. Just because he act feminine does not make you gay, or masculine does not make you straight. I don't understand where this ideology, because if y'all do y'all research, homosexual means a person who have sex with the same sex or sexually attracted, meaning they want to have sex with the same sex. They're attracted to men or for sexual reasons. They want to have sex with them, okay? Or if it's a female, okay? So I don't get the ideology why y'all, you know, you see Katy Perry talk about she kissed a girl. So that means, you know what I'm saying, and you talking about Demi Lovato, talking about cool for the summer, I want to lick your cherry top. She not talking about no man, talking about cherry, circumcised. She talk about cherry as in the, you know, because we know us dudes, because when I was in Job Corps, they also call fresh, you know, not freshmen, but you gotta say beginner students who are in Job Corps cherry. Because, you know, when you have sex, for the first time, you pop that cherry, and that means a dude having sex with a chick, and he pops her cherry. Okay, now to be all technical and dirty, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so when Demi Lovato was talking about I want to lick your cherry, whatever she said that song, kiss one another, don't tell your mother. She talking about a young chick like herself, not to her mama, the girlfriend, not to her mama. We cool for the summer, and because in the video you see girls kissing, and you know the kissing part, that's a gray area to me, if it's a same gender kiss or opposite gender kiss. But when it comes to genital area parts, that's when I know that's wrong, okay? So she not talking about she's using it because they're trying to keep it G-rated as possible, or PG-rated as possible, should I say. But she really talking about having lesbian sex for the summer. Get my point? So you see, she's feminine, she ain't a butch, okay? She ain't studish, okay? So if it's for females, they, you know, can look feminine and be, because I have to find out one of my homegirls is lesbian or bisexual, one or two, and I ain't know she's the mother of 2 kids. I ain't know she was like that, did not. It shocked me when she told her girlfriend. I thought she told me a female friend, you know, because females here in the United States sometimes call their female friends girlfriends, but when she said it's my ex-girlfriend, I said, wait, ex? And I was talking about one of my neighbors, I said, wait, hold on, he said, yeah, she gay. I said, what? Alright, as beautiful as she is, I mean, seriously, I don't know. That's our life. But my point is, so you don't think that dudes who are masculine, I've met dudes who are masculine, who bisexual and gay. I'm straight, I don't have sex with dudes, and I want to have sex with dudes. They act more masculine, do more masculine things. That's why about Michael Sanders thing, they didn't shock me at all. They didn't shock me. It shocked y'all because y'all being dumb, thinking that masculine male means straight male and feminine mean gay male, when actually, when you go to prison, who be the ones raping the dudes? You don't be just a feminine dude, like you saw on the Scared Straight. It be the Moscow you see on Scared Straight as well. The macho masculine dudes in the prison, when they see some man they think is weak, they want to take his manhood. Okay? And when I saw a clip on YouTube not too long ago, like last year, they had men actually bragging about raping a man. And they talked about the dudes sagging too. Okay? All these old thugs and cholos sagging their pants. Okay? All right, you know what I'm saying? And thinking that's, and even the wiggers too, okay? Sagging their pants, thinking that's macho, tough, masculine when in prison. That's, and this shit saying they want to advertise you want to have sex with a dude. Okay? So I, as a little boy, been here talking about, yeah, you gay, you gay, you gay, you gay because you act female, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, wait a minute. Why do I have to act these man-made standards, these man-made traditions to ought to be straight? Why can't I be who I am and still like women? You know what I'm saying? I do want to get married to a woman. I do want to have kids with a woman. Not no artificial simulation. I do want to pop that, do all I have to do to have sex with a woman. Okay, I do. I mean, excuse me. I do like women sexually. I try not to lust for a woman, but I do like women sexually. I do want to lay down with a woman, not with a man. Okay, so my question is, why I get all these old false ideologies come from? Where do they come from? So, especially when you come from the old conservative towns in the South, that's exactly what these people believe in. And you people think that those in the African American descendant community up north, why some of them think that way is because many of our ancestors who did left the South had that same mentality and brought it up north. Okay, even though the North, they back in the old days, they was like a little bit like the South too, but it wasn't extreme like it is in the South. And so I'm telling you, many white male, many white male African American descendant, whether it be mixed or black identified, and Asian and Hispanic men, Native American, in the South, it's not all them, but you have a half a population of all those races of men in the South who are DL, who are married. I never get one of gay friends that I knew that's very masculine. He was mixed. He was part white and part Native American. You would think he was Hispanic. He was in a religious Protestant evangelical household, raised that not to do that, and he got married to his baby mama. Okay. Baby mama did not stay a long time, and he left the marriage and became a gay man. Okay, and he was trying to be very religious and very Christ-like and everything else. Okay, fundamental evangelical, and he was scared going to hell. Now he don't believe in nothing now. But you know, he's not yet for real. And especially if you raise, what the heck is this? Yeah, hold on. And I had my dog on screen though. Is that a big fly? Cause I cooked some chicken earlier. Hold up. It better not be no wasp. It is flies in here. Hold up. Yeah, it is flies. Ever since I covered that chicken, they came in here. I thought it was a wasp. Cause one time my other apartment I had a wasp in my apartment. I had to use a roach spray. But point is that that's the whole reason why that you see that is because their religion, and even those who are Catholic as well, who had extreme religious families, that they don't believe in that and they're very against that, and if they find out their son, grandson, nephew, whatever, it is involved having sex with a dude, whatever, even bisexual, gay, whatever, they get ridiculed. If they dependent on their families, they'll get cut off to the point where they be outcasts. Get my point? And that's a lot of folks who are out don't understand that if you was to tell these people, come out the closet, be gay, be proud, blah blah, this and that. Okay, they come out the closet and they get all this ridicule. Are you gonna be in that person's spotlight to help that person get out the persecution? Are you gonna help pay for that stuff when they car notes need to be paid for, or when their house need to be paid for, or bills be paid for if they don't have a job or looking for a job, and their families cut them off, especially if they're rich, wealthy families? Okay, you get my point? You're not gonna be there to support them when they lose all that. You get my point? So there's no reason to be telling these people to come out the closet. But the point is, I do disagree, is them lying to people, in relationships. For example, saying that the heterosexual partner they're with the opposite sex, I say, that's the only one that they dealing with when behind closed doors they're dealing with something else. And it's not whether they're gay, straight, bi, whatever. Deception is wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, what did you do behind closed doors is not nobody's business. That's not deception. But when you involve somebody else in the mix of that, when you lie to that person, say, you my only one, you my truly love, I want to marry you, blah, blah, this, but on the side, you got this other person on the side, that's wrong. You get my point? And I think that people need to analyze that, because whatever, if Portia's husband, if he is on DL, that's his business. I don't want to know if he's gay or not. You know what I'm saying? Keep in the closet. I don't want to know if he's gay or not. If he is, whatever, I mean, that's his life. But when you involve somebody else in it, like he did with Portia, if it is true, okay, that's become wrong, because it's another person's being lied and told that they not fooling nobody. Woman or male, woman or man. You know what I'm saying? You know my point? Same thing. If Portia, if it was a woman saying that she slept with Portia's husband, that's just as wrong as if this cartwheel guy saying that. You know what I'm saying? You get my point? Because regardless, it's not the aspect of these people being on DL. It's people cheating. You know my point? They cheating on their partners, and that's the biggest deception that I would never agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like some dudes I've heard tell me, well, my chick goes on DL with a woman and she sleeps with another woman, I'ma still stick with her. No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. You're not gonna stick with me. Regardless if it's a woman or male, you forgot King Z here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? So why would we cheat on me? Period. It's supposed to be you and I, not this other person, and we're not including them in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? If hypothetically speaking, if I was to go that route with a dude, you be happy with, so why would I go be happy? You know what I'm saying? I don't like double standards. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm with a chick, she gotta be with me. Just I'm gonna be with her, and don't be no other people involved. Especially if we married. I don't play that part. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get the fact that why a lot of people, and I mean, this ain't no swingers, club or something. You know what I'm saying? If you into that situation, then find a swinger. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna bring people in the bed with y'all? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a swinger. You know what I'm saying? And that's risky right there. Now it's against my salvation, should I say? But that's also, if I am forgiven for it, it's also now deception and heartbreaking, because soon as you invite the other person in and be sexually involved with the other spirit, shall I say, it will corrupt your marriage. You know what I'm saying? It will. I remember getting Sally Jesse Robinson, had said on her show that she knew people who were swinging, who had threesomes and stuff, and their marriage did not last long. It didn't. And I see why some folks in Hollywood did not last long either. Okay? I see why. Okay, if they're inviting other people in their bed with them, whether it be a male or female, whatever, couples, that's just sick. I mean, why just keep it one and one? Just the two of you of the opposite sex who's married, and keep it like that. Why you have to involve he and she and three people? I mean, it just, to me, sick. Having orgies and stuff, because you hear about the Illuminati parties and orgies and stuff. Why would y'all have to include all these people? I mean, all they have some sex. I don't get it. It just take another person to have sex with. So I just don't get it, because then too, you don't know what that person might have. They might have HIV, syphilis, and anything else. They may have all these other diseases. Why would y'all just take that risk to do that? I don't really get that. It just don't. I mean, it's just sick to me. You know what I'm saying? You want to have sex with two women or two men? Yeah, I just three women. That's just to me the whole is sexual immorality is sick to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get that. So that's the reason why I'm more when you're married to that person or you committed, it's one and one. Ain't gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the side. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in side pieces, okay? Whether it be you doing it with a male or a female. It's gotta be you and that person. That's all I believe in commitment and marriage, in an opposite sex of marriage, should I say, traditional marriage. And no other person. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to be cheating on my wife with no doggone dude or another female. Because if she cheat on me with a dude, I'm going to be very upset about that. And if she cheat on me with a female, I'm really upset because I don't want that chick around, I want that thought around, you know what I'm saying, bisexual, whatever she is, thought taking my doggone marriage. You know what I'm saying? I want she and I, and that's it. Okay? Nobody involved. Nobody in our sexual life. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, that's it. So we can make babies together, and that's it. You know? So, that's the reason why I disagree with the cheating. Because, like someone said on the YouTube video, they were saying it's the whole reason why people... But it's not about them, the sexual orientation of this whole fiasco. It's them cheating. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why, if you are bisexual... Why not, and I'm not saying it's okay, why do this when you're married to another person? Why do this when you're committed to it? But why not be whoever you want to be outside of marriage? I do advocate celibacy and chastity in that situation, but why, if you're going to go sexual with that situation, why would you include another person who thinks you only with them, and use them as a scapegoat to say you're straight? I don't get that part. You know what I'm saying? Why lie to that person? Yeah, you my own in love, but go behind back and go with this other person, whether it be a male or female. I don't get it. It's just, and that's how the disease gets spread, because folks are cheating. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, if you don't want to be with a woman, then don't go with a woman. I mean, just, leave that woman alone. If you are bisexual, okay, well, you gotta pick and choose. Are you gonna be committed to that person or not? If you're not gonna be committed, don't be in a relationship with that person. That's my thing. I don't get the whole fact, just lies. Say regardless, like I say, regardless you deal with the opposite sex or same sex, you with that person. And I'm gonna marry you, and you my one and only, and ain't nobody outside, I don't need nobody, but behind closed doors you think about somebody else, and you fool with somebody else, okay? So, that's my whole thing about this Portia, and I do think that this Andrew Caldwell is a messy person, okay? Remember, that's also, that's messy people in my church too, you know what I'm saying? Not my personal church, we don't talk about the Catholic Church, but also when I was a Protestant, and I have folks in my family who are Protestant. I have folks who are Catholic as well in my family as well, but in evangelical Protestant, it's a lot of messy people, and they should be looking to find out if you're sinning, okay, or who and who see with who. That yes, okay, and then you go to church the next morning, and they all talk about it behind closed doors, and you got preachers who try to mention, without mentioning nobody's name, who, and oh, they talking about me, and it be a whole mess at the church. So yep. And that gospel, just gospel's not good either. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I don't like about this Andrew Caldwell. And the one thing about, let the man be straight. If he wants to change his life and leave the whole the homosexual orientation and lifestyle alone, let him be straight. Even though he is feminine. I mean, there are women who would date this man, for real, because and I'm not a big advocate for fundamentalism, Protestant, but I was watching the CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network on YouTube I watched a lot of testimonies. I remember watching testimony about those who's in drugs, who's in gangs, who's abused, physically, sexually, whatever, those who believe in the devil, who became, Protestant, so-called born-again Christians. We believe born-again is by water and spirit, which is baptism, not just proclaiming the name and not getting baptized, you know what I'm saying? So, point is, a whole other subject, but point is, and I remember watching this dude about the down low lifestyle. He was a light-skinned brother, and he talked about how he changed his life, and he finally found a wife, and she accepted him, and he was afraid that no one would want him, but God gave him I do believe that in my faith, God gave him a wife just so he can, have a sexual partner, because no man long, okay? So, my point is, why y'all sitting here want this man to be gay? because he acts feminine. I don't like the hypocrisy of that. Because if it was, hold on, if it was a bisexual or formal, about let's say it was a girly girl like Katy Perry, what's it called, a Demi Lovato, okay, sing about Cool for the Summer, talking about her lesbian sexual relationships in the summer, okay. If she said, I don't want to fool with women no more, I changed my life, I'm committed to Christ, I want a man, I'm a woman, I want a man. If she said all that, y'all be on her side. And if she was masculine, if she was a tomboy, y'all still be saying that she was straight. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a man, it's like once he crossed that line as gay or bisexual, whether it be in openly or DL, y'all want to deem this man as like he can never be straight again, and that's not true. I do believe that that God. I know my room was a little messy. I'm still trying to fix this place as I move in. The crucifix represents Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So I hope I'm pouring it right. Okay. The man that died on the cross, Jesus Christ, he can cure anything. Okay, he can take away any sin. Okay, as he died on the cross for us. So my question is, why would you sit here and want that man to go back to being sexually immoral with men? You know what I'm saying? Having sex with men when he not, genetically and biologically able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, I'm teaching grown folks sexual education. Sexual education. A penis goes with a vagina. You get my point? So if Andrew Caldwell wants to be with a woman, let him be with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show devil advocates when you sit here and say, oh, I believe he's gay because he acts feminine. Well, I'm glad to bring it up. Hold up. Well, this Kondell guy that's with Portia is not feminine. And like this dude said, he slept with ball players. And never again, my dads tell me, you don't like sports. Every man play, a little boy plays sports, and that makes you a man, and all the girls gonna like. And my dads tell me which I don't have a good relationship with him, which I don't, okay? But a lot of those doggone men who are masculine, and I met them in person, have to tell them to back off. Using masculinity to hide a bisexual or homosexual tendencies. Try to come on to guys, actually have sex with guys. There are dudes that do that, okay? They try to come on to guys and they actually have sex with them. So my question is it's a contradiction to your ideology thing that every man that's masculine is straight, when that's not the doggone truth. The truth is that whoever engaged in sexual activity with the same sex is either bisexual, they still like the opposite sex, or gay. Okay, and never forget that with Cameron Diaz, my mixed sister in Hollywood, okay, because she's part Hispanic, Cuban, and part white, Native American. Her mom was French, German, no, not French, English and German, and Native American. I read a news article about Cameron Diaz, okay, her dad's white, Native American, no, dad's Hispanic, Cuban, okay, Hispanics are very mixed. Hold on. Man, ever since I baked that chicken, I don't know how them doggone flies came in my apartment. It better not be it's some fly. Let me get hold on, get a roast spray. I'm gonna get roast on spray old nasty butts coming to my house. Get. Yeah, they horse flies. It done. Yeah, it deserve down. The other one I'm ready to get. I'm sorry, y'all. Ever since I baked that doggone chicken, I can't wait to put that air conditioner in my new apartment so I can use it. So I can start wearing this. That's why I be bare chested, because it's so. Okay. Going back to what I'm saying. Okay, the reason why the men and women, and I'm not saying all sisters, but some of these sisters who had the HIV from these husbands who lied to them, who cheated on them, who was on the DL, okay? Those men were masculine, okay? And I always tell people, see how the lies can really hurt your health, besides just hurt your reputation, hurt everything else, your heart, your physical heart. Physical mean, your feelings, but also lies hurt your heart. Hurt your life. Life desperation, because AIDS isn't to play with, okay? These men felt because they were masculine, they ain't even gonna get no AIDS test, no HIV test. They felt because they ain't look sick. You know what I'm saying? Because usually sometimes those who are full blown AIDS, not always all the time, they start to deteriorate. The body start deteriorating, not all the time. You have people who look healthy with HIV, okay, with AIDS. But they slept with these men behind closed doors. Because I read that book, The Download, Living on Download. I read that book. I showed it. I read parts of it. I read parts to show throw shades at people who come at me and say, well, you gay because you act like a faggot and you act like a girl. And I'm on my head thinking, y'all all men, masculine men. Y'all don't, they got masculine men that act worse than you do, okay? And so what happened was these people having this were open before, because I heard about download dudes I met download dudes before here in Houston. I seen them talk about BET tonight. Tavis Smart was not on the show that night. Some other brother, this same complexion as me and Terrence, with a bald head, like brown skin, not like camera skin brother, not real like solid brown, like a brown crayon, should I say? But he was camera like myself, bald head. He was talking about, and he was a little dark. He was darker than, he wasn't dark skinned. He was darker than Ed Gordon, and he was talking about download brothers. And I never forget, they had a cop, not HPD. Sorry, that's for HPD because I want to come after me with those HPD cops here in Houston. LAPD cop had came on, their brother came on talking about he was on down low and he slept, he was married, he had a man on the side, yeah. So, and they were talking about these women, the man, this was way before Oprah came on and talking about down low. So I remember every time a dude called me faggot, because I didn't act masculine, I would call him a down low brother. And they understand, I see y'all heard about down low, bruh, and then I remember LB magazine about everybody was talking about this. So, yeah, they use, men who do that use the word turn discreet and down low. They use that a lot, okay? So, what happened was when I would tell these girls, y'all thinking that y'all get mad down low dudes, but don't get mad because y'all created it. You sit there and said that any man that acts masculine is straight and any man that acts feminine is gay. I never understand that falsehood, because the men who go to jail and men them who thugs, both white, black, Spanish, whatever, thugs, they can be biker gangs, cholos, thugs, ghetto gangsters, whatever, from the trailer park to the barrio to the hood, okay? If you want to go all colors on that, okay? Men them are masculine, and when they see the weakest link, or they think it's, they start to pray, and I ain't talking about pray, with your hands and knees down there. I'm talking about pray with an E, not with the A, okay? They start to prey on those guys and start to want to rape them and beat them and do anything to them. So my question, if you all that straight, why are you raping somebody that's the opposite sex, the same sex as you? I'm not saying rape because the rape is wrong, regardless who you do it to. But why are you raping somebody of the same sex if you all that straight? That wouldn't even want to cross your mind. I can see you want to beat up somebody, but no, y'all turn on against it, which you mean the men do. They turn on against each other, and they start, and I heard that they don't rape, they actually get in consensual relationships with each other in prison. Now, one thing I never understood, the dudes want to call somebody a faggot, and usually the thugs in the street, and I'm talking about thugs of all colors, call someone a faggot or queer, okay? When they see somebody, a man that's accidental, or if it's a man that is gay or bi, okay? He be a straight man that acts feminine, they call him a faggot, queer too. Trust me, I know, okay? Me as a person who is straight and who does not have sex with men, do not want to have sex with men, okay? But the point thing that I don't understand is, okay, you don't mind going, if someone say I'm going to take you to jail, which I've done it before, I'm going to call laws. I don't care about going to jail, but you went to jail with outside Gomorrah. I don't understand that logic at all. I don't. So that's I got to close on this video right now. So my point is the culture. If the culture in the United States, I'm not saying if y'all did not create a system like that where people, DL and all other stuff and lie to these women and say, yeah, I love you so much, and everybody around you, but behind cause they got some dude on the side. If y'all did not do it, I mean, it was so extremely homophobic. I'm not saying, when I say homophobic, I'm not talking about accepting gay marriage, because I don't accept gay marriage, okay? I'm talking about treating people who are in this orientation with respect and dignity, okay? Let them have jobs, you know what I'm saying? Let them fight in the military, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Not discriminating because of house, you know what I'm saying? Not to go, bash their houses because they, because their orientation, because the people who do that type of stuff, it's so funny that there's people in the minority communities who do that to people who are of their orientation, or who presume to be the orientation, who are straight, presume to be the orientation by these people by lying, saying them. They act worse just like the KKK. You know what I'm saying? Because, KKK goes to a person of color, black, Hispanic, Asian, American, burn cross and tell them to get out the neighborhood. But these folks act just the same as they do. Okay? Terrorize them, try to kill them, try to harm them. And then one thing I don't understand, all that stuff is not Christ-like either. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to treat those where you want to be treated. You ain't supposed to be bullying people. That's not Christ-like. I don't know who lied, told you that false gospel. Okay? So, I don't get it. And then one thing I don't understand, y'all don't do it to fornicators. Y'all don't do it to adulterers. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of that going on here in the South. Besides the street homosexual activity going on down low, we have a lot of adulterers and fornicators who go to churches too. And they be in the stream Protestant evangelical churches, and they in there. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, y'all, why y'all making all these hypocritical double standards, saying double standard ideology out there about this situation when you know it's killing people? Because if I would tell my daughter, don't let no dude think because he's masculine they make him straight. Don't buy into that stupid. You know what I'm saying? I would tell my daughter, I would tell my sons that too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stereotypes is falsehood. Stereotypes are falsehood. Okay, they're lies. Okay, so why y'all buying into that? And look what it's doing. It's killing people. Because if the women were knew that just because somebody acts masculine does not make them straight, then they'll be alive right now. They wouldn't probably take these men in marriage. You know what I'm saying? Or even sleep with these men. You know what I'm saying? I had one girl that I was at a media tag, and she was beautiful too. She had natural, she was light skinned. She had natural afro. She was a singer. I used to call her Beyonce. She didn't like to call her Beyonce.